Hello everybody, my name is Abby. This is my first video on my YouTube channel and I'm going to cover the cash budgeting that we do for our family. A brief bit about me. I am married and I have one son who's just turned 3. We live in Surrey in the southeast of England. Both my husband and I work full-time. My son is in nursery full-time. And we started cash stuffing in June 2024 to basically pay off £26,822.44 worth of debt. I came across cash stuffing by complete chance on YouTube. It just showed up on my channel, on my app one day, and I thought it looked interesting. I thought I'd give it a go. Tried many different budgeting things over the years, and cash stuffing is the only thing that has stuck and has actually worked for me and my family, so very much looking to continue. I'm making the YouTube channel to basically keep accountable. We have done very well in the past 12 months. Last couple of months have slipped a little bit. We've still made progress, but I think we could be doing better, so the YouTube channel might hopefully help with that. So to go over the debt. In June 2024, as I said, it was £26,822. This came about from my husband doing a qualification at work, some credit card debt we racked up while we were on maternity leave, and purchasing a new car. So we needed a new car because my husband got a new job, and we could no longer manage with just one vehicle. The debt is broken up into 3 different sections. A work loan, and my husband has through his work, that's £10,000, as interest rate of 13.3%. A credit card, which is in my name, started at £8,024.71, and that was 0% until June this year. This has now been paid off. I haven't written it on here, but this has now been paid off, and I have transferred the balance of this loan onto this credit card at 4.9% interest. So we've got a lower interest rate, so should hopefully save us a bit of money. I also have a family loan which paid off the credit card and my car, £8,797.73 at 0%. The minimum payment on that is £200, though I was paying more at the start. We have paid off, we've made a total of £12,875 in payments since we started in June. This is something I just made in Canva and laminated. And so for every £100 we pay off, I just colour one in, and I've got this stuck on our wall, just as like a visual representation of how we're doing and how far we've come and how far we've got to go. So we've got these 2, and then there will be a 3rd one with the last little bit on it, hopefully. Our aim is to be debt-free by August 2025, as my son starts school in September. There was no particular reason for that. It just seemed like an obtainable target, you know, pushing ourselves without being over the top based on how we've done so far, but we shall see. I'm going to go over the budget for May in this video, and then in future videos I plan on doing a weekly cash stuffing and savings challenges, which we normally do on a Sunday evening and ready for the week beginning on a Monday. For our cash stuffing, we have this binder of a penny challenge for all our change. And then I have 6 challenges in here, which we roll a dice for. The dice determines where everything goes, to be honest. And when we finish these littler challenges, they then feed into a larger challenge, which was, until recently, a 1k challenge. However, I've recently obtained this Wise Owl Savings Challenge from We Got This, who I very much love to watch. And this saves £250. And I thought this was better to do it in smaller chunks rather than waiting for £1,000. But we'll see, or we might just do it more than once, well, before I actually empty it, but we'll see how it goes. So this is my budget planner. This came from Budget with Ira, and just on the front cover I use this to track all of our completed challenges that we've done over the year. We did originally do a 52 envelope challenge, and we've also completed a 1k challenge. I'm sure we also completed a 1k challenge previously as well, but I seem to have missed that one off. But that just a little view into what we've done in the last year. I've ordered a new planner because we're coming to the end of this one. So this is my budget for May. It's a little bit of an odd month, and I will explain that as we go down. So this month I get paid around the 25th of the month, and my husband around the 28th. So we both got paid at the end of April, and we budget for the coming month. It's a 4-week month, May, for us. I got paid 2,855 and 16p. My husband got paid 3,167.29. Our rent is £839.55. Council tax £218. Electricity £96.75. But this is where it gets a little bit odd. Nursery. So this month we're not paying any nursery fees, and that is because last month my son had surgery, so he was off of nursery for 3.5 weeks while he had that, and the nursery kindly agreed to basically waive the fees for that period. So last month I paid for the whole month of April. It was a long month, and they've basically redacted that from this month's bill, which left me with like £116 to pay, which I took from we've got a little buffer in our tax-free savings account, so tax-free childcare account, and I use that to pay. So we're not paying anything this month. Normally, I think going forward, because he's now turned 3, it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's £1,243 a month going forward for full-time nursery, and we'll down again in September when he gets his 30 hours free childcare. At the moment we get 15 hours free. YouTube Premium, £19.99. Road tax for my husband's car, £16.62. Road tax for my car, £18.37. My car insurance, £48.43. I give a donation of £14.34 to the Cats Protection, who rehomed my old cat for me quite some years ago, and I've continued to give them a donation ever since. That was some 5 or 6 years ago, I think now. We pay £3.98 for a dishwasher cover. Our internet is £47. My husband's bills, which include his car insurance, his phone bill, and a couple of other things, is £91.77. My mobile is £35 a month. Prime TV, £18.97. Butlins, so we are going on holiday to Butlins in November, and we are paying monthly for the cost of that holiday. So this is here, I think, until August, when it will be paid off when we go in November. My son absolutely adores Butlins, and this time we've got one of his little friends coming with us, so I'm sure he can have even more fun. Netflix, £12.99. We did have a small overdraft last month. As I said before, we were slipping a little bit last month. Obviously not a lot, but you know, it shouldn't be there. So hopefully more accountable now. So £45.82. Our mortgage payment is £200, and we pay £3 for Monzo, the basic version of Monzo, to be able to pay out of multiple accounts. The reason I have both rent and mortgage is I own 25% of my flat. So the rent is for the 75% and the service charge. So this is rent and service charge, and this mortgage is to pay for my 25%. So they're all our bills. Come to £1,804.31. Our weekly envelopes, I've put them over here because there's not enough space over here. So we budget £120 a week for food, £10 a week for household, £20 a week for my son, £50 a week for spends for both of us, £10 a day for days out, £5 a week for miscellaneous. That's just some coins in my purse, just so I've got some change should I need to pay for something cheap. And then we budget £40 a week for savings challenges, just so we have something to play with at the end of the week, even if there is little to none left in my purse. I know that might sound a bit counterintuitive and I should just pay it on straight at the beginning, but it's working for us, knowing, you know, and having something there to play the games with. So that comes to 1,220. In our monthly, I call them envelopes, but this is all digital. We both allocate money for food at work. We get £5 a day. So I've got £85 for the month. My husband's got £85 for the month. We allocate £20 a week for takeaway, so that comes to £80. Missy is our cat, and I budget enough to bring the account that has the Prime in and her food in up to £100. So that's 81 and 3p, and that is because everything from Amazon comes out the same account, because we buy cat litter and cat food from Amazon, so it's all just comes out the same account. And lastly, £10 a week for my son, and this is to pay for his milk, just because, and if anything goes, you know, we just need anything, because he is cow's milk intolerant, so we have to buy soya milk. That comes to £371.3. So that's these two figures up here. Comes to 1,591 and 3p. Then we've got some savings funds that we put money aside for. We have we're slowly building an emergency fund, £50. Car maintenance, £100. We're putting around £60 a month for holiday, and that's for like spending money and to buy food and things or on holiday. My husband has to park in a council car park, so we have to buy an annual pass. So this is us saving up for an annual pass, so 110. Disney Plus, £10 a month. Our home insurance, I normally allocate £10 a month, however it's fully funded, so I've not bothered. £50 into annuals. This is birthdays, basically. And I have a binder where I've got everybody in my family's birthday, and everybody gets £30. So £50 over the year covers everybody. We're saving £30 a month for Missy, our cat, and this is in place of pet insurance, because she is old. Insurance doesn't cover a whole lot of anything these days, so we've stopped paying insurance and instead have built up a small fund in case she needs anything done. We're saving £50 a month for Christmas. We are saving £40 a month for my husband's car insurance. At the moment he's paying monthly, so we're saving up to next year, pay it in one go, and then next year I will do the same because I pay mine monthly. So this is to save up for next year. And I put it activities, but it's actually my son's clubs. So at nursery there are some additional activities like sports, play ball, football, mini athletics, and I have signed him up for all three of those, and he loves all three of those. So this is saving for whenever those need to be paid. So that comes to 550. Debt and savings. So this is the debt. So the work loan, the minimum payment is 230. Car, which is my family, is my family loan, is £200. An MBNA, which is the credit card, we were paying £300. Now we've moved my husband's loan onto the credit card, we will combine these two payments and do a minimum payment of £530 going forward, and maintain my family loan at 200. Leaves costs 730. So left over after all these things is 1,347, which is very high, as I mentioned, because obviously we're not paying 1,200 in nursery fees. So this month we're doing one thing, which is to buy a new sofa, because ours is awful, for want of a better word. So we're buying a new sofa bed. That's £700. It costs £60 to have the council come and take the old sofa away. and that leaves £585 to go onto the MBNA, so the credit card, which I've already done, leaving a buffer of £2.11. I tend to leave a buffer of anything less than £10. And that is it for my budget. I know some of these might seem a bit high, but I've seen other budgeters who live on a food budget much less than this. I just know how me and my husband operate, and if I was to take certain things away, we wouldn't last with this, and we've managed to last operating this way. Yes, we could have paid it a bit quicker, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we are continuing with this marathon. That's everything I wanted to cover in this first video. I plan to, as I said, upload a video once a week with cash stuffing, a video once a month for a budget overview for the coming month, and a debt check-in maybe like every 3 months to see how we're going. Thank you for anybody that's watching, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Thanks, bye.